Hello lovelies, Louise here with your channeled light language transmission for the new moon in Leo coming up on 31st of July or possibly the 1st of August depending where you are in the world. So Leo is very much this lion-hearted, courageous, creative, expressive energy. And with the new moon in this energy, we have this opportunity to really look at how do we want to share our hearts? What lights us up? What do you love for yourself? What do you love to express for yourself? What do you love in others? How can you share your love with others in a way that is that lion heart, that open heart, that courage, that willingness to actually be seen and share that love with the world rather than keeping it in for yourself. But of course, there's also how can you share that love for yourself more as well? What does that look like for you to love yourself more? We also have energies now and more of a forward momentum after all of the retrograde planets in July. We had the eclipses in July. So there's a sense of coming out of perhaps that big process of things shifting, of needing to really open your heart to what you're releasing. But we have that opportunity to, as we release that, to also reconnect with, well, what's taking the place of that as I'm letting go and releasing these old patterns, old ways of being, that have perhaps, weighed me down a little bit. How am I moving forward now with more love and more light? What's taking the place of that? What's replacing that? What's lighting up those spaces in between that maybe were a little weighed down and heavy before? So really feeling into that courage for you to really be that fullest expression of who you are. And, that can bring up great fear for all of us. We're not always accepted in our fullest expression. And you may know people who are, so expressed that it's actually a little overwhelming for other people. But also, I invite you also to notice when you see someone who's in that full expression, just to notice what comes up for you. To notice where you might judge yourself for either not being that way or where you might judge them for being too much. And we are often told that we are too much, or that's the subtle message underlying how the interactions that we have with parents and authority figures. You're too much, particularly in school, for example. I was having this conversation with a mother the other day. Her child's very independent and the qualities that he's showing where he's asking lots of questions, often the teacher doesn't want to know about that. Just please be quiet and just fit in and don't create more work for me. So often these qualities that are going to really stand us in good stead in life might be the ones that have been squashed out of us when we were younger. So having that courage now to say, what, this is who I am. This is what I love. This is what lights me up. This is how I want to share who I am, share my love with the world, share my heart, my lion heart, and be, a warrior of love in the world. That is needed. We do need to have courage to stand up and go, what? I don't like the way this looks now. I don't like the way the world is being operated. I want to create a new paradigm. That does take a certain amount of courage. But when you're fueled by love and you're coming from that heart space, that's when the world really opens up to support you. So I really invite you this month, and as we move into August, we also have the Lion's Gate in August, the first week of August. So this big portal that's opening up for us, an opportunity for us to really feel more of our light, share more of our light, to take responsibility for being and embodying that higher light vibration. This ascension process is really, it's calling for you to be responsible for that. Yes, I want to be that highest expression of myself. Yes, I'm willing to do the work to clear out those dark corners where the light is not shining. Yes, I'm willing to hold myself in love and to shine my own light for myself, to shine first your radiant heart for yourself. So, this is a process I feel I've been in over the last few months, really, really feeling that deep compassion and love for myself, even when I'm noticing myself behaving badly, right? Can you love yourself even when you are behaving like a wounded child, when you are lashing out, right? To love that part. When anger comes up, when irritability comes up, when frustration comes up, there's a reason for that. There's a part of you calling to be met. So you have that capacity. Your heart has the capacity to clear and heal anything. And when you stand in that place, like really stand in that place of your radiant heart, you can feel how much easier it is to meet the parts that aren't quite there yet, right? Without judgment, just noticing, oh, hi, you know, come on in, come into this place where there is love and light, come into this heart temple where I'm, you know, I'm burning a big fire here where you can throw your stuff on there, right? And it's going to be purified, and we're all doing that together, right? So, you know, be your own campfire. Invite all those parts of yourself in that really want to feel that warmth and that radiating love that's going to allow them to feel safe enough to let go, because they're only trying to keep you safe. And that's the reality of it. All the behaviors, all of the limiting patterns, it's all just about you trying to keep yourself safe. And now you want to find that safety within your heart. You want to find that safety inside. You want to know that that safety is always there when you really own your own divinity, your own light. That's always there for you. So I want to call for a transmission to really help us to feel that courage of our own hearts, that lion heart of Leo that, you know, is not afraid to say, this is who I am. I have love to share. This is how I love myself, right? See how I love myself. See how I love you, yeah? And how I love you so that you can be you and more of yourself too. And see how I love everyone. I love my community. You know, I went to a party on a Saturday night to, you know, bid farewell to a friend who's heading overseas for 6 months, and it was so joyous. And just to feel, you know, I woke up the next day and I was like so grateful to have these beautiful connections, to have these beautiful people, to be with people who knew how to be joyful and just celebrate and have fun and be silly. And, you know, that's that expression of Leo that is so uplifting and joyful, you know. And what's the effect when you're around that? You feel uplifted as well. So, you know, it's as we shine and we feel free to share our joy and we find our joy in ourselves and what we're doing in life, you know, you really being committed to that, what lights you up. And then when you share that, that's just radiates for everyone. It is such a blessing for you to really honor who you are and what you're here to share, and to really also understand that only you can do that, and that we're all part of this, you know, this co-creation where we all have a unique strand, a unique part of that rich tapestry of life, you know. And you do no one any favors when you're not willing to share yours, you're not willing to be part of the pattern and part of the co-creation. So also for you to really acknowledge, you know, do I have the courage to stand up for what I believe in? Do I have the courage to push back against what doesn't feel right to my heart without making anyone else wrong for their perspective, but really being willing to you know, to pull out of the structures that you don't really believe in anymore, to pull away from the structures that seem to you that they're creating a reality which is not supportive and not empowering for others. And, you know, you always have that ability either to choose to be part of something or to choose not to be part of something. And that's the process that we're all in of, you know, moving into a new paradigm. And it takes each person individually to start choosing what feels right for them. So to take the time also, to take the quiet time, the inner time, to go in and, you know, how do I feel about this? What feels true and right for me? Where do I want to direct my energy that really feels aligned? So you're not in that push-pull of, you know, pleasing other people or doing it just because you were taught that's the way it was done. It's okay to question. It's okay to be different. It's okay to make choices because they feel aligned with you and not because they fit into anyone else's paradigm. So calling for a transmission today to help us to stay in the courage of our hearts, to help us to really radiate that joy of who we are, to share that light and that love boldly in the world, not necessarily impulsively. You know, we want to really take that time to really be clear. This is how I want to share myself. But when you're really clear on that, to do that without restraint, to really commit yourself wholeheartedly with all of this beautiful heart to whatever it is that you're offering in the world. So let's take a moment, as always, just to tune in and to ground, and just take a moment to really breathe into your heart and feel that beautiful radiant energy. Feel the power of that flame that's always lit inside you, and that with your conscious intention you can grow and expand and radiate more. So really feeling the warmth of that flame in your heart, and then connecting down to the earth, feeling the beautiful earth beneath you, feeling that bright, fierce flame in the crystalline core of the earth, that molten core. That's a flame there, and we're connecting that, and we're part of that. So allowing that flame to nourish you, and then also expanding and feeling your own higher self and all of the light beings that are here really supporting us at this time. So I'm calling on all those loving beings who support us, just to bring through a transmission of light language now, frequency, light codes to support us at this powerful time, at this new moon, as we move into August, and allowing ourselves all to receive now whatever it is that we need, whatever's in the highest for us now, to open our hearts a little more, to share our light a little more, to feel our love for ourselves and others, and share that freely and courageously. So just allowing yourself to receive and allowing your higher self to direct the transmission in the highest for you at this time. Kaneri dorai di mesiku maukwa kikiri daro to oneki. Ngawaki pede nono suverere ne shalongo I peti moruna ke kia na arete. Asamariko non sabunji ababatare woloku malaka sanare nenango acheli woro mo akabiro donongiti. Awaka siboro no tote iki. Rasa non shiboro tabakabua ma iki port e mesama wakaya kiti orotoe. Ako chebra sebro na kipara tarko te masiki chorko tapaso ka iki na ako peti poroto hikia. Aqui mostrou de Brasil não corabazim pateri shimoroko sobra pa e cada uma shibroki e borota. Reter e hat on moshuru de maraki baratoma. Chiari não cadar ato ia hakati masibro do mache e tipe. Rana não me quer ela cachiro sobra catai. Cara shibro catai niki ka shuba aqui orutati masakwache e brota ai. Anika ya choa wiki basor I Anne che vorrò darci vorrete alzoti iaka. So ye man che vorrete e se vorrò at awaki ceroto suki. Running bara ceredo o e chi ma na te suci. A richiamare sa ore e te besono cicchi o acqua con ne si vorrò tutti te. Non so recero o so begaro che na masore I baro no uk mandi mesi berecero cototi I. Gauke ci vorrò subiti. Parlo potava e ne ma chiaro da te sembra che muacca da baresi però non c'è te. Ama separe di no gumma e dialogo sapre a reno mo so jora peki panono kirata. And a deep breath into your heart, and exhaling and offering up all of that to the planet, to all of humanity, to all the creation. So the Lyrans I was feeling their energy there, the Lyrans, that beautiful sort of cat energy. Very lighthearted, and they were reminding me of, I just was in the Cook Islands, and we stayed in a place where we had this beautiful cat, a kitten, and just that cat just played all day, like played hard, chasing everything. And they were reminding me of that, you know, when a cat like chases a butterfly or just plays almost just with the air and jumping, and you know, this cat was so joyful, and they're reminding me of that. And they were also, you know, saying find what gives you joy and really give yourself wholeheartedly to that joy. Like, you know, perhaps if there was something that you loved doing as a child, and maybe you stopped doing that, maybe you can find that again and do that with you know, with the joy of even as an adult doing it as a child would do it. They also were showing me our hearts as, you know, imagine you had like a bonfire here, and that every time you do something that brings you joy, you're throwing another stick on that fire and you're feeding that blaze in your heart. So that's this invitation as we move into this new moon in Leo. You know, set an intention. What really lights me up? You know, for me, it's dancing. You know, I was dancing this morning as my meditation practice. And, you know, how could you bring a bit more of that in? It doesn't have to be a big to-do, a big creation, but it might just be you deciding to put some music on and dance around your living room. You know, whatever that is for you. But really, you know, we have to embody this vibration now. If we want to live in a world of joy and harmony, we have to embody that. It is a vibrational universe, and you have the choice now. You are a sovereign creative being. Every day you can choose to step into joy. Every day you can choose to step into peace. Every day you can choose to step into harmony, and every day you can choose that your every look, your every word, your every action also expresses love and joy and peace. And if you're not feeling that, you bring that love and peace to that part that's not feeling that. And very quickly you will shift. And you know what? If you're feeling low, put some music on, do some dancing, even if you don't feel like to start with. Let that uplift you. When I was in the Cook Islands, I went along to a choir rehearsal. It was such a privilege to be there. And the energy and the connection that these people had singing together, the way they were moving, just the joy, they were close together. It was such a beautiful, it was such a heartwarming experience. Just to really see how much love and how much joy and how much energy and how much community that created for them to be together and sing together. So yeah, take that time, sing, dance, be whatever brings you joy. Go do that thing and share that with everyone else. Raise that vibration. You're doing an enormous service when you step into your own joy. So I would love to connect with you. Please, book a consult with me if you're having trouble accessing that joy. I'd love to support you with that. I will see you in a couple of weeks for the next global gathering. We had a beautiful one actually the last full moon, which was about moving from pain into play. So if you didn't catch that, I'll post the link to the replay below. That's on the website along with all of the replays. And that's a lovely deep dive journey into getting back into that playful space. So have a beautiful week, a beautiful fortnight before I connect with you again at the full moon. And stay tuned for everything through the website. Subscribe at soulsignature.com.au or find me on Facebook. And lots of love, wishing you lots of love at this new moon. Thank you for listening.